The punch here is good. The punch here is good. You understand? You understand? Touch your glove.
Have been a scourge in boxing, but the one on the line means a lot tonight.
Somewhat in his favor. I don't think they've gotten over.
Even though he's wearing the flag trunks, this is going to be an interesting fight because for as long as this fight goes, make it a small ring and put a lot of pressure on Hitchins.
Flagging him in the Lemos fight. Interesting to see early if Hitchins is letting that right hand middle, because that's when he said, Sergio.
He was fighting real small, so he was using his height, his shorter height to his advantage. Both these fighters they're pretty similar in height. I think only half an inch separates them, or an inch and a half.
You know, when Hitchins is at his best is where he's most effective. So he's got to get jab going early, and he's got to make that the most effective.
Yeah, it's always tough to get past it. It takes a few rounds. It takes 3.
Observers were worried about with this fight really early, and perhaps that can help put a stop to that possibility.
Hitchins has been saying for weeks Liam Paro's a dirty fighter. This goes Paro has of hitting behind the head. He had a point deducted in that fight against Matias for doing exactly that. Planted the seed with the referee early.
Not a dirty fighter.
I agree. I agree.
It's just that how dirty makes him slide. This is a good round for Paro. Aggressive, cut off the ring. And here's that long jab by Richardson Hitchins. He has to use all of that 74-inch reach.
I remember about 3 or 4 straight lefts out in my mind. See how the
excellent game plans. That's Montana love. He noticed early on that he was throwing those chopping shots that Gabriel Matias, the pressure he was putting on, stick grabbing onto him, that was game plan. That was strategy into this fight with Hitchins, I'm sure, with a sound game plan.
Clean right hand by Hitchins right now. Hitchins is not jabbing much because it's hard to get. It's always a foot battle and a jab battle. He doesn't want to commit to that jab just yet.
Kind of scenario against the southpaw, because you're right, it is hard to lead with it, but that's another nice right hand from Hitchins.
Beautiful right hands, man, and lead right hands is perfectly timed. He's nullified the jab, but now it's the right hand.
Watch your head.
In his neighborhood in Brooklyn, imagine there would be even more honors, world title.
Hitchins to stand and fight, and Hitchins just missed a big right hand there again, Hitchins.
The fight is not a strategy that Richardson Hitchins should.
Closing moments here of round. Abrasion on the forehead of Liam Paro as we head back into the tournament.
And here's that clean right hand, right down the pipe. Beautiful shot. The orthodox fighters just go right down the pipe.
Former Olympian, now looking to become a world champion professional fight.
Your feet, guys.
Nice left hand right to Paro.
You don't expect that from a shorter fighter, but that's what timing beats speed.
Back.
A little bit more upright than he would normally be, and kind of using that.
And Hitchins here, and it's giving me flashbacks of Vernon Forrest, man. It has the same, it's always sharp, it's always strong.
The Gustavo Lemos fight. We saw too much of that type of pressure.
Because the jab finally came into play this round, and it's keeping Paro at bay.
Well, not only that, but the right hand that we talked about, Hitchins.
Really sharp with that jab. And that's the reason that Paro's having a difficult time holding that distance.
Left hand over the top there from Paro. And a good right hook there from Paro. Hurt by that. Certainly looked nice little sequence here for Liam Paro.
Something up his sleeve, and little by little, he's just so sneaky with his foot, so closer and closer. Next thing you know, you're getting hit that you didn't expect.
Constant adjustments on both sides as Paro tries to come over the top with another left hand. We begin round 4. And already in the early going, and his ability to constantly make adjustments. If something's not working, he'll try something else pretty quickly.
That's the beauty of this vigor and footwork. Like, he's always thinking of what
his first 3+ rounds. You can see, but it's not the kind of pressure we saw against Lemos, but it is the kind of pressure. It is pressure. He's trying to stay in front of it working, and I think that's by design. I think they want to test the stamina of Hitchins, who has had issues with this IBF 10-pound rehydration.
That was that Paro always punching. Time Hitchins unleashes that long jab. Paro comes back over money punch for Paro.
Jab in the body from Paro. Getting that jab active, falling a little bit short. Nice left hand again there from Paro. Here in the early going. These are two high IQ fighters battling it out for a world title. And a
nice pivot there by Hitchins to get away from the corner, because Liam Paro would love to just get anything, bang anything against the rope.
The elbow of Hitchins connecting there on the follow-through. Hear the corner of Hitchins asking
Hitch to throw more punches. He is accurate with some of these shots. His output is just not enough.
And that's exactly what Paro does. He shuts guys down.
You got to take charge of this fight. Step to his ass, man.
Richardson Hitchins seemingly looking at the Edgar Berlanga sitting ringside going on. I thought that was great advice from the corner of Richardson Hitchins. I don't think he's down 4-zip, allowing Liam Paro to dictate the pace of this fight.
Always interesting in the corner of Richardson Hitchins.
Yeah, I've got it 3-1 in favor of Liam Paro. Hitchins that second round, but the last two won by activity and then won by the pace that he's setting in this fight.
Hitchins now getting more aggressive with that right hand.
A lot more active with that backhand here.
Nice shot there by Hitchins.
It's coming often. And the advice in the Hitchins corner, it can come from a lot of different places. I think Shakur Stevenson was on FaceTime in the corner at one point.
There's no I think of that communicating with Richardson Hitchins.
The shots of Paro right there coming over the top of the jab and getting control of that long jab.
Seated ringside, shouting instructions to his longtime friend, Richardson Hitchins.
You know, Southpaws and Orthodox fighters, they have a foot battle and have that jab battle. Whoever has that top is more visually appealing as well. See, just like that.
By the right hand of Hitchins, or the parade of them launching in the early going here of round 5, and he just missed.
With a big right hand, Hitchins. Paro looking for that left hand, but
Paro tasting his own blood here in the 5th round. Constant adjustments on both sides of this fight.
Both men bleeding. Paro from the nose, Hitchins from the mouth.
10 seconds here of round 5. Hitchins found a nice right hand to the body. That got the Hitchins fan.
Change your height sometimes. Yeah.
Strike back on it. He's range away from me.
Scooter.
Round 6 begins. On the heels of
nice left-hander by Paro.
You heard the Paro corner telling him and perhaps Paro capitalizing on that, blocking Hitchins into a nice left hand.
Both these fighters are avoiding combinations. It's just 2 punches each, and they have that much respect for each other's counters.
But he has more respect for Hitchins than to be able to do that right now.
Not only respect for Hitchins, but respect for the game plan.
Sure.
Made him a champion, is following that strategy to a T. So you just keep doing what you train for. Because Paro's having a pretty good...
Counter right hand there from Hitchins.
Yeah, that's been the best punch for Hitchins, and stopping Paro halfway.
Saw there twice in a row there, Sergio. Hitchins not stepping to the outside, actually stepping to the inside. 10 seconds here of round 6 to find the body of Hitchins there with the left hand. Falls a little bit short. Nice stiff jab there from Hitchins, and that'll be the final word of the round.
Listen, we train hard for this shit.
Paro took that well, but Hitchins is getting closer and closer to landing shots like that. There's another one right there, just keeping Paro at bay.
Round number 7.
Something going, because Hitchins is starting to float nicely and landing.
It's interesting that the energy in the Hitchins
intent or complacent, boy. You know, whenever.
What they know in the best interest of Matchroom, objectively, is for Liam Paro to win.
I haven't seen many right hook or reach. I just think Hitchins a little bit sharper with the straight. I think Paro can find a home there. Paro with 2 jabs goes the distance. Maybe throw that hard left hand, but then throw away that left hand just to come and sweep him out. Sweep with the right hook.
This jab battle has been fascinating to watch too. So we're inside. There it is again. Big right hand there from Hitchins. Maybe the biggest shot of the fight thus far, but back comes Paro. Stands in the trenches, lands a good combination to the body.
Oh yeah. This is the best round for Hitchins as far as like him doing what he wants to do. Having frustrating Paro a little bit.
Hitchins finds one more right hand right at the bell. follow the advice of his friend ringside. That action favored Hitchins. He probably landed the best shots like that one. If this fight starts to get a little bit messier, starts to loosen up, that might be a good thing.
Hitchins is losing control of this fight, and the thing about Hitchins is as long as he's in control, it's going to be hard to penetrate. That's the reason that Hitchins avoids throwing twos and fews if it's him, and everything behind that jab.
After 7 rounds, Chris Mannix, how do you have this one scored?
Richardson Hitchins did some really good work over these last 3 rounds. Gave him all 3 from the 5th round on. So I've got a 67-66 in favor of Hitchins. Hitchins starting to develop some momentum here in these middle rounds.
Hitchins told us in fighter meetings as he lands another right hand, if Paro stands in the center of the ring, Hitchins, over the last couple of rounds, as you pointed out, Chris, title fight here in Puerto Rico. Incredible to think as he eats another right hand.
Big, too, behind that jab. Finding a way. He's going to have to find a way because Hitchins is becoming more and more in control at this fight at distance.
Find another gear in the second half of the fight.
Good shot there by Paro, straight left hand.
Always seem to be there for Liam Paro. That's what world champions are made of as they train.
Keep going to your left, but it's hard over there.
And there's that left hand by Liam Paro. Ronald did a lot of good work in that round.
During his fights, whether it's Edgar Berlanga sitting ringside, Shakur Stevenson on the cell phone, there were 3 people talking in his ear.
They have a good sense of their surroundings.
Watch your feet.
The jab of Hitchins becoming a little bit more problematic. Replicate someone with the skills and the dimensions.
Every time he collects a right hand of Richardson Hitchins. This is the guy that we thought we were going to see in the aftermath of the Alamo win.
And a composed boxer, you know. It's not the most exciting, but it's definitely successful.
And I mentioned, Sergio, there's not a lot of...
A little bit more blood on the face, and this might not be the type of fight that you think would cause a bloody battle, but again, everything that Hitchins throws, left hand from Paro, but again.
There's punches and hesitating and posturing there with that jab. You got to wing your shots. You got to start thinking Hitchins to do that is by taking chances.
No, I need you to punch more than that, still. There's a close around, but
And Liam Paro needs to hear, you're blowing it, son, you're blowing it, because shots like that, to put this on cruise control and keep doing what...
Saw the cut man, Stephen Edwards, in the corner of Liam Paro. He certainly has it.
This is a must-win round for Liam Paro, the champion. Stop! Harm's way of that right hand, you must take chances.
Consider the difference in the way that Hitchins is looking and behaving right now. As
it makes you believe in some of the things Hitchins was math of that fight, that the right hand was problematic for of Liam Paro, who has a game plan, jab in the face or right hand from Richardson Hitchins.
And a straight right hand down the
Power jab that Hitchins is landing.
Like I've always complimented and still do compliment the accuracy.
Raising shot behind the head from Liam Paro.
That's not too hard. Okay? No more. All right?
Sergio, you see a shot like that, what kind of effect does that have on
you a little bit? But getting hit in the tempo actually hurt more.
Trying to pick up the tempo a little bit here. The desperation starting to show. Have to think at this point for Paro. Pick right hand from Hitchins. And another.
Hitchins, you gotta love him or hate him, but he's not gonna stay away from this game plan, and he really is brilliant when he has.
It looks like Richardson Hitchins is doing right now with 2 to go.
it's not just one combination. Ba, 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 ba. Okay?
And here's the shot behind the head. I don't know if it was frustration or. Nah, that wasn't really nothing much right
that
there.
wasn't much. I think Hitchins wants to keep the ref honest.
For Liam Paro to work with to hang on to his IBF 140-pound title. Hand just bouncing off the forehead of Liam Paro. But now,
falling to the hands and the sharper hands of.
Aware that Paro was going to try something like this, telling him you got to move your feet a little bit more this round.
And there's 2 same right hand that I say keeps landing. There's that right hook I wanted to set. It's the first time I see Paro. And I think he should throw caution to the wind now. Move his upper body, throw those looping shots, especially the right, the momentum of this fight. Just like that. Nice left hand there by Paro. Forget the straight punches. Now it's time to loop your shots.
Another right hand.
you know, that straight right hand. And we're praising Hitchins, but now it's just that right hand that's been doing all the work, just like sharp and right on the money on Paro.
How Team Hitchins, I believe, told all
The talk about these two guys rumbling of Hitchins saying behind the scenes they were effectively telling him, and we're seeing that play out tonight.
I don't think he's thinking of clean right uppercut right now, controlling and keeping the champ at bay.
Fucking that's the way. You gotta push it. Wait a second.
I still want to be close because they're still. That's my whole thing.
Final round.
So Liam Paro considered retirement and getting a job in the mines back home in Australia, who will shut him down once more. Hispanics, how do you have this score thus far?
Yeah, I've got it 107, Richardson Hitchins. You can hear the frustration from the corner of Liam Paro.
Hitchins described himself as an algebra problem in the ring, and we're basically seeing eraser marks from Liam Paro, who has tried a variety of things, but none seem to have worked since the early rounds.
But since then, it's been all Hitchins, man. And that's what you need to hear from your corner, especially able to figure out.
Final minute of this contest. See the left eye of Liam Paro. As the blood continues to pour from the nose, there's swelling underneath the right eye.
And that's what he needs at this stage.
There's that right hook that I've been asking for, but
This fight, Sergio, has been a boxing clinic.
We may be moments away from Brooklyn having another world champion.
$117-111, Liam Paro. 116-112, Hitchins. 116-112 for your winner by split decision,